one of the things you do really, really well is learn a new thing. Like you have an idea, you try to build it, and then you learn everything you need to in order to build it. You have your current skills, but you learn just the minimal amount of stuff. So you're a good person to ask, like, how do you learn? How do you learn quickly and effectively in just the stuff you need? You did, just by way of example, you did a 30 days learning session on 3D.
Yeah.
Where you documented yourself, giving yourself only 30 days to learn everything you can about.
Yeah,
3D.
I tried to learn virtual reality because I was like, this was like same as AI. It came up suddenly, like 2016, 2017, with I think HTC Vive, this big VR glasses before Apple Vision Pro, and so I was like, oh, this is going to be big, so I need to learn this. So I know nothing about 3D. I installed like I think Unity and like Blender and stuff, and I started learning all this stuff because I thought this was like a new, nascent technology that was going to be big, and if I had the skills for it, I could use this to build stuff. And so I think with learning for me, it's like I think learning is so funny because people always ask me like, how do you learn to code?
Mm-hmm.
Like, should I learn to code? And I'm like, I don't know. Like every day I'm learning. It's kind of cliche, but every day I'm learning new stuff. So every day I'm searching on Google or asking now ChatGPT how to do this thing, how to do this thing. Every day I'm getting better at my skill. So you never stop learning. So the whole concept of like, how do you learn? Well, you never end. So where do you want to be? Do you want to know a little bit? Or do you want to know a lot? Do you want to do it for your whole life? Or so I think taking action is the best step to learn. So making things like nothing, just start making things. Okay, so like how to make a website, search how to make a website. Or nowadays you ask ChatGPT, how do I make a website? Where do I start? It generates code for you, right? Copy the code, put it in a file, save it, open it in Google Chrome or whatever. You have a website. And then you start tweaking with it and you start, okay, how do I add a button? How do I add AI features, right? Like nowadays. So it's like by taking action, you can learn stuff much faster than reading books or
Actually,
tutorials.
I'm almost curious. Let me ask Perplexity. How do I make a website? I'm just curious what it would say. I hope it goes with like really basic vanilla solutions. Define your website's purpose. Choose a domain name. Select a web hosting provider. Choose a website, a builder, or CMS. Website builder platform. Wix.
It tells like Wix or Squarespace is what I said.
Yeah.
Like a landing page.
How do I say if I want to program it myself? Design your website, create essential pages.
Yeah, even tells you to launch it, right? Like start
launch your website. Cool. Well, I mean, you could do that.
Yeah, but this is literally it. Like this is
if you want to make a website.
This is the basics, like Google Analytics.
But you can't make nomad lists with this way.
You can
with Wix, like with
no, you can get pretty far. I think
you can get pretty far.
These website builders are pretty advanced. Like all you need is a grid of images, right?
Yeah.
That are clickable, that open like another page.
Yeah.
You can get quite far.
How do I learn to program? Choose a programming language to start with.
Yeah, free code camp is good.
Work through a resource systematically. Practice coding regularly for 30 to 60 minutes a day. Consistency is key. Join programming communities like Reddit's. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
So I think it's a very good starting ground because imagine you know nothing and you want to make a website, you want to make a startup. This is like, that's why the power of AI for education is going to be insane. Like people anywhere can ask this question and start building stuff.
Yeah, it clarifies it for sure. And just start building. Like build, like actually apply the thing. Whether it's AI or any of the programming for web development.
Yeah.
Just have a project in mind. Which I love the idea of like 12 startups in 12 months or like build a project almost every day. Just build a thing.
Yeah.
And get it to work and finish it every single day. That's a cool experiment.
I think that was the inspiration. There was a girl who did 160 websites in 160 days or something, literally mini websites.
Yeah.
And she learned to code that way. So I think it's good to set yourself challenges, Like you can go to some coding bootcamp, but I don't think they actually work. I think it's better to do like, for me, autodidact, like self-learning and setting yourself like challenges and just getting in it. But you need discipline, you need discipline to keep doing it. And coding, coding is it's a steep learning curve to get in. It's very annoying. Working with computers is very annoying. So it can be hard for people to keep doing it,
Yeah, that thing of just keep doing it and don't quit. That urgency that's required to finish a thing. That's why it's really powerful when you documented this, the creation of hood maps, or like a working prototype, that there's just a constant frustration, I guess. It's like, okay, how do I do this? And then you look it up and you're like, okay, you have to interpret the different options you have.
Yeah, man.
You're like,
100%.
and then just try it. And then there's a dopamine rush of like, ooh, it works. Cool.
Man, it's amazing. And I live streamed it. It's on YouTube and stuff. People can watch it. And it's amazing when things work. It's just like amazing that I don't look far ahead. So I only look, okay, what's the next problem to solve? And then the next problem. And at the end, you have a whole app or website or thing, But I think most people look way too far ahead. It's like this poster again. Like you don't know how hard it's going to be. So you should only look like for the next thing, the next little challenge, the next step, and then see where you end up.
And assume it's going to be easy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, be naive about it because you're going to have very difficult problems. A lot of the big problems won't be even tech, will be like public, right? Like maybe people don't like your website. Like you will get canceled for a website, for example. Like a lot of things can happen.
What's it like building in public like you do? Like openly? Where you're just iterating quickly and you're getting people's feedback. So there's the power of the crowdsourcing, but there's also the negative aspects of people being able to criticize.
So, man, I think haters are actually good because I think a lot of haters have good points. And it takes like stepping away from the emotion of like, your website sucks because blah, blah, blah. And you're like, okay, just remove this. Your website sucks because it's personal, What did he say? Why did he not like it? And you figure out, okay, he didn't like it because the sign up was difficult or something, or it wasn't the data. They say, no, this data is not accurate or something, right? Okay, I need to improve the quality of the data. This hater has a point. I think it's dumb to completely ignore your haters, And also, man, I think I've been there when I was like 10 years old or something. You're on the internet, you're just shouting crazy stuff. That's like most of Twitter, or the half of Twitter. So you have to take it with a grain of salt. Yeah, you need to grow a very thick skin, like on Twitter, on X. Like people say, but I mute a lot of people. Like I found out I muted already 15,000 people recently. I checked. So in 10 years, I muted 15,000 people. So that's like
that's one by one manual?
15, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So 1,500 people per year. And I don't like to block because then they get angry. They make a screenshot and they say, you blocked me. So I just mute and it disappear and it's amazing.
So you mentioned Reddit. So hood maps, that make it to the front page of Reddit?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. It was amazing. And my server almost went down and I was checking like Google Analytics was like 5,000 people on the website or something, crazy. And it was at night and it was amazing. I think nowadays, honestly, TikTok, YouTube Reels, Instagram Reels, a lot of apps get very big from people making TikTok videos about it. So let's say you make your own app. You can make a video of yourself. Like, I made this app. This is how it works, blah, blah, blah. And this is why I made it, for example, and this is why you should use it. And if it's a good video, it will take off and you will get, I got like $20,000 extra per month or something from one TikTok video. Like it made a photo AI.
By you or somebody else?
By some random guy. So there's all these AI influencers that they write about, they show AI apps and then they ask money later, like when a video goes viral, all I can do it again and send me $4,000 or something. I'm like, okay, I did that, for example. But it works. Like TikTok is a very big platform for user acquisition, yeah. Mm-hmm. And organic, like the best user acquisition, I think, is organic. You don't need to buy ads. You probably don't have money when you start to buy ads. So use organic or write a banger tweet, right? That's can make an app take off as well.
Well, I mean, yeah, fundamentally create cool stuff. Yeah. And have just a little bit of a following, enough to like for the cool thing to be noticed, and then it becomes viral if it's cool enough.
Yeah, and you don't need a lot of followers anymore because on X and on a lot of platforms, because TikTok, X, I think Instagram Reels also, they have the same algorithm now. It's not about followers anymore. It's about they test your content on a small subset, like 300 people. Mm-hmm. If they like it, it will get tested to 1,000 people and on and on. So if the thing is good, it will rise anyway. It doesn't matter if you have 500,000 followers or 1,000 followers or 100.
What's your philosophy of monetizing? How to make money from the thing you build?
Yeah, so a lot of startups, they do like free users. So you could sign up and you can use the app for free, which is it never worked for me well because I think free users generally don't convert. And I think if you have VC funding, it makes sense to get free users because you can spend your funding on ads and you can get like millions of people come in, predictably how much they convert. and give them like a free trial, whatever, and then they sign up.
Mhm.
But you need to have that flow worked out so well for you to make it work that you need like it's very difficult. I think it's best to start and just start asking people for money in the beginning. So show your app, like what are you doing on your landing page? Like make a demo or whatever, a video, and then if you want to use it, pay me money. Pay $10, $20, $30. I would ask more than $10 per month. Like Netflix is like $10 per month, but Netflix is a giant company that can, they can afford to make it so cheap, relatively cheap. If you're an individual, like an indie hacker, like you are making your own app, you need to make like at least $30 or more on a user to make it worthy for you. You need to make money,
And it builds a community of people that actually really care about the product.
Also, yeah, making a community, like making a Discord is very normal now. Every AI app has a Discord, and you have the developers and the users together in like a Discord, and they ask for features, they build together. It's very normal now. And you need to imagine, like if you're starting out, getting 1,000 users is quite difficult. Getting 1,000 pages is quite difficult. And if you charge them like $30, you have $30K a month. That's a lot of money.
That's enough to like
live a good life.
Live a pretty good life. I mean, there could be a lot of costs associated with hosting.
Yeah, so that's another thing. I make sure my profit margins are very high, so I try to keep the cost very low. I don't hire people. I try to negotiate with like AI vendors now. Like, can you make it cheaper? Which is I discovered is you can just email companies and say, can you give me a discount because it's too expensive? And they say, sure, 50%. I'm like, wow, very good. and I didn't know this. You can just ask, and especially in like like now it's kind of recession, you can ask companies like, I need a discount, or I kind of need to like. You don't need to be an asshole about it. Say, I kind of need a discount, or I need to go maybe to another company, so maybe like there's a discount like here and there. And they say sure. A lot of them will say yes, like 25% discount, 50% discount. Because you think the price on the website is the price of the API or something. It's not. Like,
And also you're a public facing person.
Oh, that helps also.
And there's love and good vibes that you put out into the world. Like you're actually legitimately trying to build cool stuff. So a lot of companies probably want to associate with you because you're trying to do.
Yeah, it's like a secret hack. But I think even without
secret hack, be a good person.
It depends how much discount they will give. They'll maybe give more. But that's why you should shit post on Twitter so you get discounts maybe.
Yeah. But and also when it's crowdsourced, I mean, paying does prevent spam or help prevent spam.
Also, yeah, it gives you high quality users. Free users are, sorry, but they're horrible. Like it's just like millions of people, especially with AI startups, you get a lot of abuse. So you get millions of people from anywhere just abusing your app, just hacking it and whatever.